All right, we're back. We're taking a look at basic really common 2-5-1 chord forms, or little groupings, if you will, that just work together and have been used a bazillion times before by other players. You may know these already, and if you do, good for you. And if you don't, you'll need to know them. All right. So the chords that we're looking at form two different sets of 2-5-1 progressions. The first set is root on 5 minor 7. And the next one is the G7 root on 6. And the next one is the resolution of C major 7. So now you have 2 with the 5 to the 1. 2 to the 5 to the 1. Okay, so that's the first set. And root on 5, meaning the naming note on the 5th string, right? Naming note, letter naming note of the chord. D minor 7, G 7, and C major 7. Always know where your roots are. It's really important. Now, if we want to take that 2-5 and we want to move it to the key of D, all we do is we think of those chords as one grouping, right? And they all move together. So if I want to change keys, I just move up 2 frets. So E minor 7, A7, and D major 7, right? So now I'm in the key of D major instead of the key of C major where we started, right? But I'm using exactly the same chord forms. Let's do that one more time. How about we move up to, why not? Let's just go to E flat, F minor 7, B flat 7, F minor, so it's a 2-5-1 in the key of E flat. There's tons of stuff that you can get out of these simple chord forms, but before you can move on to a point where I don't know where you were at, but whatever you want to do in terms of playing standards like jazz standards, you're going to have to learn how to comp through those standards for other players, right? And that has to be seamless, and in order to do that, you have to learn to build chord systems, right? And specifically, using groupings like this, chord systems like this, root 5, root 6, etc. Okay, good. Now let's move on to the next grouping. Root 6, the A minor 7, D7, and then G major 7 in this case. Okay, so we have the A minor 7, 2 finger on the bottom, and bar the 3. It's a really comfy chord. I don't know if you've ever played this before, but it's super simple if you get the position of your hand correct, and then D7, and then G major 7. So now you've got A minor 7, 2 chord, D7, 5 chord, and the 1 chord, G major 7. So that we're in the key of G major using a 2-5-1. Now we can move that same 2-5 up and play in the key of A. Funny when you sort of flip keys quickly, sometimes the old key stays in your head and it sounds wrong, the new key sounds wrong. So there's A major, same chords as we had in the key of G major, and let's move up one more semitone to C minor, 2 chord of B flat. And so sorry, I just threw in a 13, couldn't resist. So yeah, so that's 2 different simple 2-5-1 chord groupings. The study here, you'd have to call it common chord voicings for rhythm style playing, or jazz rhythm style playing, right? Or comping, we could put it under the heading of comping as well. But the overarching point here is you've got to know these chords, and I don't mean know them intellectually and sort of be able to get them underneath your fingers with large gaps between each chord. I mean you have to be able to change these chords at tempos. Whether it be a ballad or an upswing, you have to have them nailed right underneath your fingers. If you're just coming to these chords for the first time, it's a good idea to take the bass notes and hear those bass notes, right? From a hearing perspective, it's just a good place to start. Know how to hear the bass lines. I mean hearing just those 2-5-1 kind of bass lines, and then you build the chord up from there. Right. That's good. You can do that technique with your right hand too. Just a root strum technique, anything to sort of break it up a little bit. Okay, so that's basically all I wanted to cover here. It's sort of a starting point for playing jazz rhythm and real book type standards, American songbook standards, and naturally these same chords are going to work in other styles as well. For instance, rather than play an A7 like this, with a bar or that kind of thing. This is far more economical, is the word I was looking for. So these chord forms will serve you well. Okay, I think that's it for today. I hope that was helpful, and I hope it gave you something that you can actually use. If you don't have a real book, I suggest that you go out and get yourself one, because it gives us a canon of musical literature that we can share in sessions like this, right? And good. I did a video on the real book and why it's important. It's a good starting point, right? If you're way beyond that starting point, then why would you be watching me, right? Okay, and that's it. And thanks for stopping by. Subscribe is if this is of help to you. It's great to have subscribers because it lets me know that people actually care about what I'm doing, right? And we all need that sometimes, don't we? So good. Thanks. And see you again real soon. And make sure to keep the guitar in your lap when you are dropping in to visit me. Good. And a comment is great too. I love comments. Okay, see you soon.